Hello guys, welcome back to MEP Engineering Tutorials. Today I will talk about the Synchro Pro 4D planning and scheduling software. So basically all you need to know about this software is like how to import the schedules, models like 3D models and linking those 3D objects to the task. And you can always insert the new task as you can see here in the table area where you can insert the tasks. Also, you can see the real-time animation of the works linked to 3D resources. So in this video, I have already imported one 3D model, which is a two-story office building, simple office building. So there are different type of imports which you can do here. You can import the schedule from Primavera P6 and you can import here in the Synchro. You can use Saffron project, IFC, 3D models, and Microsoft Project XML. So if you have already schedule ready, you can just simply go to import and you can import any of the following which you have available for the project. So what I did, I just import my IFC model here, 3D model which I have created in the Revit. In this particular video, I will just show you the animation or real-time animation of the 3D planning, 4D planning and scheduling, like how you will proceed with the real-time animation of the works of the task which you have created and scheduled here. But in the next video, I will show you step by step how I import this 3D model and how I created those tasks under different WBS. You can see that this is the area, or this is the window where you have a task listed below. It's like activity table where you can see under structural work you have level 1 slab. You can see here on the right side you have the Gantt chart area. Here you have the year on the top, then months and days below. And in this left side you have this activity table where you have different WBS: structural work, external masonry works, external carpentry works, internal masonry works, and internal carpentry works. So all those are listed under each of that WBS. Here you can see on the left side there's a resource window. When I have imported this 3D model, all those resources are come by default in here. If I drag this one a bit here, you can see that all those resources which are in here can be seen. So all those are material resources. You can see here there are some windows here, as you can see, and then if you scroll down you can see more windows here, and then we have the columns here, we have the doors and the slabs. So if you see, when we highlight one of the 3D object, you can see here on the right side in 3D window it will be highlighted if you want to highlight some particular resource. And you can always use this to collapse and expand the resources. So this basically, this is the resource uh, area. And then before running the animation, or maybe I can run the animation first, like how uh, the real-time animation of the work is ongoing here. So let me explain you first. Here on the Gantt chart area there are two lines. One is the dotted line, which is the data date. Data date is basically where you can use this to monitor the progress of the work, and this red one is basically the focus time. So this one is basically used to see the animation of the work, like how the work has been. If I move it to the left side, you can see here the real-time works. So if I click here to play this animation, you can see in 3D window, because all those tasks I have already linked. So you can see the chain of the activities link here, and you can see in the animation how the progress of the work is ongoing. So if I just click the play, and then you can see this red bar is going, first level 1 slab in here, then you have the columns from level 1 to level 2, then level 2 slab will be ready, and after that columns from level 2 to level 3, then you have slab on level 3. After that you have exterior walls on level 1, then you come to the exterior walls on level 2, then you come down and here you see the external windows at level 1 has been done. Then go to the external doors at level 1. Next is external windows at level 2. This is also done, and then you go down. There you have interior partition walls, since these are inside, so it's also ongoing. As you can see the color inside, so interior walls level 1, then interior doors at level 1, and then this internal doors at level 2. So basically this is giving you the real-time progress of the work. At any point you can see here how the work is ongoing. So here basically I have created schedule from my own. Instead of importing the schedule, I have the option to import from Primavera or anywhere, any other like Microsoft Project XML. But I have created those tasks. If you have it ready in the Primavera pieces, you just import it, and you can link it with 3D resources. So how this animation is going to work, basically you have one column here for 3D resources. Here you have to assign each of 3D resources to the task. If you don't assign 3D resources, then this animation will not going to work. So once you import your 3D model, you can see your resources in here. There you have 3D objects which I have assigned in here. But in the next video I will explain you in detail like how to import 3D model, how to create those tasks, how to create the link between the activities. Everything will be explained in detail in the next. In first video is just to give you the idea about the software. And at any point if you want any element to don't want to show, then you just uncheck this one from here, then that particular element will be hidden from the 3D model. So you can see there are a lot of 3D objects I have in here. So double sliding door, I have it here. If I can uncheck, so you can see that these double doors are gone. So since two of double doors are here on the front side and two are on the back side, so all those are gone. So if you want to show it back, you just check those and it will be back. And in order to zoom in and zoom out, you can use the left mouse click to just rotate the model, and you can see the view. And you can press the middle mouse button and you can move the model. So it's just a basic thing. And at any point if you select any particular 3D object, and it will be highlighted in here on the resources 3D objects. So if you want to cancel, you can just press escape, then it will not highlight anymore. For example, if I select this double slided door, you can see that it's highlighted here on the resource 3D object window. You can even select the multiple if you want. You don't even need to press control. Just select the second object here, it will be highlighted and selected, and here you can select the third object, you can select the fourth object, and you can see here all of those which you have selected in here. So you can press escape to cancel that one. So there you have a quick toolbar. You can see here on the top you have the plan, assign resources, you have 3D, 4D review, project control, reports, windows, and navigator. We will talk one by one on all of those, and when we go to the creation of the objects and creating the project, then we'll discuss them one by one. So import of the file I have already explained you, and then let's talk about this layout, how it's work. If you want any of the window to be out from here, for example I want this 3D window to pop out and bigger, then just double click this one, it will pop out from here, and you can maximize this one. If you have a double screens, you of course you can move it to the another screen and you can use both screens. So you can even zoom in to see inside, like how it's looking from inside. You can always zoom in and check this one. So if you want it back to the position, just double click it again, it will back to the position. And same you can do for all other as well. So one more thing which you can do here is you just click here, left click and press it, and you can see that there are different positions of the layout where you can move your 3D model. So it's as you can see in the highlighted area. If I want to move it to the left, I just click and leave it here, then it will move it here. And then same again, I just click here, I just double click here, and then I can place it back here. It's easy. So same, you can again take it from the left click, and if you want to place it back down there, you can drag it down to that position. And if you see on the right side, we have a different tabs where we can see our 3D properties. Here you can see the resource here, whatever is selected, and you can see the resource here. And then here we have a task properties. In the task properties, in the first tab, general, for example, if I have selected activity level 1 slab, so you can see all the listed types under this level 1 slab. You can see here activity ID is given this one, activity name is level 1 slab, and calendar assigned to this one is a project calendar. We come to the calendar later, so it depends on what type of calendar you have assigned. It's a 5 days work week, meaning Monday to Friday is a working day and Saturday Sunday is off days, so it's a 5-day work week calendar. And then you have a progress status. It's a planned activity, it's not started, so it's just planned activity at the moment. And project start is at the moment we kept 3rd of June. You can change it, of course. So here you have the dates of this activity, there you have the finish dates of the activities. If you have some particular constraint, for example, this activity will start on 6th of June, so you can put some particular constraint here, for example, start on or after, or start on, you can put here, and then you can give the date from here. So this is basically all on the task properties. There you have calendars as well. If you click calendar, you can always see the calendar here, and if you don't want to see this anymore in this window, just click this cross and it will be out, and then you can click here again to see it again. And if you go to the windows, you can see that you have all those windows enabled here. You see 3D view, you can see here on the right side you have this one, 3D view is appearing here. Resource properties, you can see either here resource properties, or you can see resource group here. So resource group here on the left side and resource properties on the right side. Then you have resources tab, you can see here resources tab, there you have 3D objects, there you have 3D objects. So whatever window is enabled here, you can just click to see them on the particular side. Now let's talk about the 3D resources. When I import the 3D model, then I got all those resources in here, you can see. So we can just collapse this one, so you can see that I have a different level 1, 2 and 3, and each level has material resources. So you can see level 1, I have the windows, so all those resources I have assigned to those tasks in order to run the animation of the works. But as I said, I will explain in the next video in detail about the model import, 3D model import, and creating those tasks one by one, and link those activities and run this animation. So after that you have different more toolbars here, which reports you can generate here. Then project control, you have a different option, you can see the task usage spreadsheet. And by the way, it's good if you have a little bit experience on the Primavera before you come to run on the Synchro Pro software. So if you go to the navigator, you can see the options here. So once you click the option, then this dialog box will appear. So in the general tab, you can see there are a lot of options how you want to see your time frame, 24-hour clock or 12-hour clock. It's up to you how you want. You can adjust from here. Then you have a currency, you can select from here. So a lot of options here available, which you can see here. There's an autosave option here which you can play with as well. So if you go down there, you have a Gantt chart options here which you can see here. Then rescheduling options here, critical path. So if you want your critical path to be don't update, you can select this one, update manually. If you select manually, then that means every time you have to reschedule once you make any change to the date in the critical path. And if you select automatically, and every time you change the date, and it will automatically be updated. And critical path method, we selected the longest path to calculate the critical path. Then you have a color options here, which you can see the task. Summary task is you can assign any color if you want. Then key task, here you have colors which you can assign to each of the tasks. And this is the timeline, how you want to see. So it's just a matter of how you want to adjust. So this is all on the settings options. And if you go next to external data, if you click the external data, then you can see that this is the external IFC office building which I have imported here, 3D model. So you can see what external data I have imported here. If you just click here, and then window will be gone. If it's visible, then it means it's visible here. Then I click the project here. This project window will be open, and you can see the data date is automatic here selected, and the schedule which I selected from the two option is ASAP and ALAP. There are two options, but I select ASAP here. Then we go to the schedule from. So you want to see where your project is going to start. When your project is going to start, you can select from any of the option, either from the data date. Since I have data date is today, which is 27, then it will be going to 27 if I change to data date. Since I got the selected date, I want my project to be started on some particular date by next week, so I have selected 3rd of June here. So this is what you have on the project tab. And if you want to close, you can just close this one from here. So it's basically a very nice software where you have a scheduling, planning, everything to see in the real time, and you can show your clients like how long will it take from the start to the end of the project based on your 3D model animation. So in the next video, I will show you how you can import your 3D model and how to create those tasks here in the activity area, and how to link those activities and run the animation here. Also one more thing, and here you have got the plan. You can reschedule your activities if you have made some changes in the dates or the links. Just reschedule this one and click reschedule, and it will reschedule the activities based on your changes. Also you can compute the critical path to see what is your direct critical path. If you click this one, you can see that list of chain of activities link after each other. So this is your direct critical path, you can see here. Also in the Gantt area, if you your middle mouse button you scroll, then you can zoom in and zoom out here. It's pretty easy. And then you can play with the side buttons also to move in and out, and you can move this any time to the progress or spotlight here, and then you can see the progress of the works. And later in the future we will talk about the baseline task as well. So once you are ready with your project, you can create a baseline of the project to monitor the delay later. So if you have any change later in some activities or some delay happened, then you can compare and tell the management about how much we are delayed compared to the baseline. So this is all about right now. And the last thing which I have to tell you before I end this session is you can always right click on the header to see the properties. For example, if I want to add some columns or remove column, I just go to customize column. If I don't want to see the predecessor and resources, I can just select those and I can hit this one and it will be out. And if you want to move something up and down, you just select this one, drag and put it here. And if you want resources to come down, drag it down there and then it will be moved here. And then you click OK and then it will be arranged like this, the way you want. Also, you can right click and you can edit the time scale how you want to see. So it depends how you want to see. I want to make it first year and then month and then week. So you can always play with the options here, like how you want to see your time scale. So I hope you learned something from this video. In the next video I will explain you more in details about creation of this project in Synchro. Thank you. Bye.